My name's Neil, and we're going to spend the next few minutes having a very short demonstration of Axle AI Media Management. This is the user access page. I'm going to enter my username and password to access the system. This takes me to the user's home screen where they land, and the home screen is set up by the administrator. Here we can see some content. If I move my mouse across the content, we can see a scrubbed version of the videos, so I can see the videos without having to open them. The way the screen is split up, down the left hand side I have my catalogs. As I select different catalogs, I see different content, and the catalogs are basically paths to storage folders, and we present exactly what we find in the folders with video, audio, graphics and folder structures. So if I select the folder structure here, we can see that I've got a number of clips and folders. These are actually white Photoshop files, that's why they're appearing to be blank. In the middle we have our content, and the icons we've got here is I have a control selector tool, so I can select clips to control them. As I select a clip, we can see information appearing on the right hand side. This is the file information and also, most importantly, the metadata for that particular file. I'll come back to that in just a moment. The other icon we have here is an approval rating, so I have permission to set the approval ratings for these files. There are only two user menus for Axle. One is the Cogwheel on the top right hand side, and as we open this we can see some commands in here, and the contents of this menu is completely dependent on the user permissions. This menu will also change depending on what the user is doing and where they are in the system. The other menu is my action button, and this appears if I open a clip or if I select a clip, and we have the three dots here, and this menu is controls for the clip or multiple clips if I select more than one clip. So it might be adding clips to bins, it might be sending clips to archive, or copying and pasting clips or renaming clips if I have permission to do that. I can also control more than one clip at a time. I've also got select all, which would allow me to control all of the clips in a particular folder. I'm just going to deselect these. If I open the clip, I have my player window, and I can play the clip using the mouse with the commands here, or I can use the keyboard and I can use the J, K and L keys here. At this point I can start to add metadata. Here we have an item called comments. The editors will call these markers, and I can add information about this particular frame into the clip. I can have as many markers in a clip as I like. What I can also do with the clip open is I can edit the metadata, and the metadata is the key part for finding content at any time. And we've got different types of metadata fields, we've got drop down menus, we have radio buttons, we've got checkboxes, we've got free text fields, and we've also got cloud tags. The drop down menus, radio buttons and the cloud tags are all preset by an admin. With the drop downs and the radio buttons I can select a single value. With the cloud tags I can select more than one value at a time, which is very useful. And everything that's chosen becomes searchable. To search for something in Axle, I have two search tools. I have a simple search and I have an advanced search. The simple search will search through everything I have permission to see. It will also search through all my file names, all of the metadata, both the file-based metadata and the comments, and it will also search through all the technical metadata for the files. It also searches through everything I have permission to see. By adding a search here for tram, we can see that it's come back with a completely different set of values than Audi, because it's searched through different content. If I search for A8, We can see also the system has come back with far more files than I was expecting. So I've got 1,200 files here. By adding more keywords, I can narrow that search down very quickly. And we can see in 3 words I've gone from over 1,200 files to 1 file. Using the metadata and the search tools makes it very easy to find content. I can also use the advanced search. The advanced search means I can restrict the search to the folder or catalogue that I'm in. I can then pick particular metadata fields to search for. In this case, I'm going to search for car type. I start to type, the system will suggest the metadata field that I'm going to use. I can also then select from the preset values which value I want to search for. And I can do multiple searches at one time. So I'm going to add car color for this. So I'm going to type in car, and again the system selects the metadata field that it thinks I need. In the middle here I have my operators, so I'm going to say contains, and then I'm going to choose from the drop down menu, because this was another preset field, the item I want. Now in this case I've only got 4, so it's very easy for me just to use the mouse to select. But in many cases we have customers with many different values in their drop downs. So rather than having to select it with the mouse, I can start to type the word I'm looking for, and the system will suggest the word. And then when I hit search, we can see that it's given me a very focused search very quickly indeed, and that's the advanced search. And I can also save this. Going back to the user menu here, I can save the search, and then I can give the search a name, Audi Silver, and then hit enter. And that search is purely for me, and I can have as many filters as I like. And these filters appear on the bottom left side of the screen here. I can also filter new files today, or new files this week or this month. I can also filter files that have been approved or not approved. And here we can see the personal searches that I have. By selecting them, we can see the searches are changing. We can also integrate with editors. We have the idea of bins, which is a collection of clips. I can add clips to a bin, and I can mark their in times and out times. And we can see here a selection of subclips. The white area under the clip is the entire clip, and the blue area that's been marked here is my subclip. So sticking to the Amsterdam theme here, if I go to Amsterdam, select a particular clip, I can scrub through here. This time, rather than using comments, I'm going to go to my subclip tab, and I'm going to mark an in time. Then I'm going to play the clip, and at the end of the pan here, I'll hit mark out. Then I'm going to give the subclip a name, but I'm just going to call it tilt down door. I can then select the bin that I want to use, and from now on the system will remember that I'm using this particular bin, and then I can create the subclip. If I go to the AMS bin here now, we can see that that new clip has been entered. To integrate with the editors, I go to the user menu, and we can see now the user menu is completely different from before, and I'm using Premiere Pro, so I'll just create a Premiere XML file. By hitting export, the system will record an XML file in my downloads folder. It will also test the browser interface. If it's a PC, it'll give me PC file paths. If it's a Mac, it'll give me Mac file paths. So when I import the XML into the editor, the paths will be correct. And that is a very short view of Axel. Thank you.